Hey everybody, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Hope you had a good week. Hope you survived. Well, if you're here, I guess you did. Let's get going with the main story quest. No, the wrong way. Gotta go talk to Thancred. Thancred has a task for us.
So, here's some dream powder. We're administering it to the enthralled to keep them calm until they can receive proper attention. I would appreciate it if you could assist with this task. Now those affected are scattered all over the city. I suggest starting your search at the derelicts and working your way up. When you are done, be sure to let Ryan know.
Alright. I do that every once in a while. Can't just jump down to the derelicts. No, I don't want to go to the buttress. Guess I'll just teleport. So I'll head down. I guess the mainstay? Is that where the derelicts were? No. What was the... That is not where I want to go either. Trying to go back to the menu and didn't realize I was already in the menu. This must be the glory gate. Yeah, alright, cool. Let's go track down somebody who is still enthralled. Okay. I did not get all of the Aethernet crystals when I was here last, so this time, I'll go ahead and do that. Since we're down here anyway. Alright. Here we are. Alright, just puts them to sleep. We just gotta run across to the other side here. And then head to the understory. See, Alphanod attending to some people over here. Oh, great. Alright, that was the last one we missed. So the Doomsday takes into the understory. Yeah, I think that's what they called it. Let's update our bills here. So if we run into anybody, we can get our nuts from them. Wish I'd noticed that before I jumped. I'd have attempted to land on it at least. No, nobody going crazy over here. Maybe up in that little middle area there. I know I need to go up one more level, but I want to see if I can make this jump. Nope. At least not from there. Alright, back up we go. Oh wait, could they be in one of these? No. Oh. I can see him right up there, actually. Alright, got one more to search for in the canopy. And if you were following that dialogue, that was the guy who was dangling from the balcony when we first came here. We helped pull him up and away from his death, essentially. Here we are. I do like their random dialogues. While they're still somewhat under Lord Vothr's control. Talk to Ryan again. Oh, there you are, Lilith. I've just finished aiding this man. Now for the next one. More out in the derelicts and below, you say? So many of them. But Minfilia entrusted this power to me. I won't rest until I've helped everyone. Yeah, we can go carry some people. Oh, that would certainly make it easier for me to work. Thank you, Lilith. I'll do my best to keep pace. Are they going to make me actually go and do that, or they're just going to... Okay, cutscene. Perfect. Right, until I know if they're talking or I have to do the talking.
You're going to be all right.
No, they're doing the talking, so... Auto advance.
I think that's the last of them.
We've done all we can for the wounded. As for the rest...
Aren't you Alphino? The painter boy? What in the world is going on? Did something happen to us?
Let me handle this.
Just tell them they're all idiots.
Citizens of Yulmore, what I'm about to tell you will come as a shock. Indeed, you may be loath to believe it, but if you trust the evidence of your senses, it is my hope that you will listen and accept the truth, unpalatable though it may be. Vothr is a sin-eater. Everything he offered, everything he promised, was a lie.
They're not taking it well, and who could blame them?
Are you saying we were Vothr's puppets all this time?
When you attacked us, you were not yourselves. That much is true. But your conduct prior to that moment was your own. Vothr's unnatural charisma does not absolve you of all responsibility. Of your own free will, you came to this city and gave yourselves over to its pleasures. And in the course of this, if you mistreated those less fortunate than you, then that too was of your own free will. It is not for me to judge you, but for your victims, for history, for your conscience.
But for what it's worth, Alphinaud thinks you're a dick.
You have dreamed a twisted dream, but now you are awake. You may yet share this world of ours. Join with us and each other, that we might begin anew. We've lost so many already. We dare not lose any more. I have said my piece. My thanks for giving me the chance. There is nothing more to be done here. Let us go after Vor 3.
Is there anything we can do to help? You risked your lives to bring us to our senses, and I, for one, hope to repay that debt. Begin anew, as you said.
Vor 3 has fled to Mount Gulg, and we mean to pursue him. Do any of you know the way?
The only way to Mount Gulg is over the Bright Cliff. Have you an airship?
We will contemplate flight only as a last resort. Were we to come under attack whilst airborne, we would have little hope of defending ourselves.
Oh, great.
If at all possible, we would prefer to travel by land. Is there a way?
The ladder is the only way up and down the cliff, but it hasn't moved in a long time. In the old days, it was operated by the mining folk who lived at the top. After the flood, it saw less and less use, and when Lord Vor 3 took control, it was abandoned altogether.
So we somehow need to get the ladder working again.
It moves by means of a talos, if that's any help. But good luck repairing that.
Well, we know of a Talos.
Talos? Did someone say Talos? You know all about them, don't you, dearest? If anyone can get this lift moving, it's you.
Well, perhaps. But see here.
Oh, yes. If you want the golem restored, you may leave it to my husband. For he happens to be the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, foremost makers of Talos, whose contracts include the renowned mining venture of Armoreng.
Who'd have thunk it?
Well, it's been years and years since I had anything to do with it. I can't just pick up a hammer and set to work.
You can't?
No, that's not what I... It's just... All right, I will take a look at the Talos. But beyond that, I make no promises. Those with strong backs, come with me. I'll need help dragging the damn thing out of the storehouse.
Well done, brother.
I still don't know why we don't just go back and get the other Talos.
Come, my friend. We have work to do.
God, this chest piece is so stupid looking with that bag on the hip. Alright. So, we gotta get to level 78. We're almost there, so it's not gonna take us too long. We still gotta work with our dwarf friend a bit more, since we have to complete his quest in order to complete the main story quest. So, I'll head back here to the Crystarium. We'll go find our friend. It always makes me sad how empty these areas get after everybody clears out the story part of the area. They could put shops or something here, or a quest hub or something, just to make people stick around the city. But anyway, back to Gia. Go. Lally-ho! I'd ask if you're here for a drink, but I know you ain't. You've got that serious look about you as usual. I've got my usual here too. My 5th round of it, in fact. Ah! Classic Gia. Why so few, you ask? Well, I stepped away for a while to do some research. But that Morin bloke kicked me right out of the Cabinet of Curiosity, and then banned me for life. Spill just a wee bit of meat on the books, and he chases you out with the fury of 1,000 floods. That man could use a drink if you ask me. What's the glare for? Don't tell me you're siding with him over me. We're supposed to be partners. And after I worked so hard to find us new information on Sophrosine, drank so much, sat with those dusty tomes until not one, but both of my buttocks were numb. Well, yeah, did you find anything? You know, after what I went through at the cabinet, your complete refusal to acknowledge anything I do is kind of comforting, actually. Anyhow, I did get some new information from a reliable source, a drinking buddy of mine. Sophrosine was seen recently in the Raktika Greatwood. If we do some of our signature eater slaying in the forest, there's a chance we'll draw it out. I figure that sitting around thinking is getting us nowhere, and research can only take us so far. So why not? Maybe fighting it together will teach us something we couldn't learn otherwise. We can't kill it, but the two of us should be more than capable of getting a few whacks in and making an escape. I fought it before and came away fine. Mostly. So that's the plan. Meet me at Slitherbow. Then we go a pummeling. Alright. We'll go ahead and teleport straight on over to Slitherbow. Somewhere down here. Slitherbow, there we are. There you are. I didn't mention it earlier, but I've been here looking for Sophrosine before. I know most everyone in Slitherbow, actually. Sure, they seem an odd lot at first, what with worshipping the darkness and all. But once you get to know them, share a few drinks, they're not bad folks. Make a fine wine, too. Shame you can't get it anywhere else. Anyhow, they've been helping me out while I enjoy the local spirits. Seems that Sophrosine's shown itself in the blind forest of Ixmaja, east of here.
Let's get out there and slay a few Sin Eaters each, like we did before. See if that brings it to us.
Alright. Wait. What? Oh, there it is. Okay. Did I get anything new when I leveled up last time? Fey Blessing. We'll soon be able to get Seraph. It's weird. Yeah, I guess we didn't get anything in our last level up. That's a little lame. Alright. Now, wait. Why are the, why are the bunny ladies letting him run around their forest when, we had to earn our way in here? That doesn't make any sense. There's a Gizamaluk. Looks a little different than he did in 9. Ooh, Forest Echo. Let's gonna take him out. And the battle music's just so good. Alright, that was 1 of 2. We'll keep him. Well, actually, that one's right in the way of where we want to go. So, get him out. Slow on the left bit there. They're not exactly difficult, especially since I outlevel them. There we go. And that gives us a nice chunk of experience too. I miss some of these older scholar abilities. I used to have a spell that I'd be able to put all of my dots onto one creature and then expend one of my Aether Flows to transfer all of them to another creature. And keep them on the original creature too. Now, I only have the 1 dot. And, where am I going now? I only have the 1 dot, and there's no way to transfer it to other creatures. I gotta manually cast it on each and every one of them. Which isn't too bad when I'm just facing like 2 or 3. But man, when I had the old version, when the tanks would pull like 7 or 8 creatures, being able to get dots on all of them was great. Made healing those big groups a lot easier too, because they died quicker. I do like my area of effect spell though. Did have an area of effect dot before, but I don't know. I kind of like the more active one. More fun to actually just sit here and continuously hit them. Okay, ignore those guys. Talk to these archers while I'm out here, though. I finally delivered these ramparts, or raiments, sorry. Turn that in for a little bit of extra experience points too. And there's Giat. Right, that looks good. Well, not good, but you take my meaning. Now we settle in and hope that Sophroseed's feeling charitable today. Is it? I'm nearly out of wine. Oh, there! Don't forget, we still need to find out how it does what it does, so make sure you're watching, not just walloping. Watch closely. Wait for it. There! Why doesn't it fix the other one, though? Well, makes our lives easier, I guess. Charge! Sophroseed doesn't seem to like that. Wait, do I not have... Oh no, there she is. Now for Sophroseed. Oh, shite! How does she do that so fast? Right, divide and conquer then.
You take Sophrosine.
Okay.
Even though we can't beat her. Ow.
I could get my pet to focus on healing him.
Working! You got it!
I have to keep dividing my attention between Sophrosine and healing Gia. Oh, I can get this knockout fast. Oh, man, I'll pick it up again.
Ha! Take that, you... What? Did we do it?
Nope.
Of course not. Healing magic is so annoying. No offense intended. Lillian! Oh no! Not again! So this is the Guardian. You excited, Limit?
Yes, of course. I've come this far, and I will certainly claim the legacy of Ranka. Did we fight that guy? Oh, crap, alright. I've not played White Mage in a long time. Earth damage, cures, party heal, then, alright. Well, let's get at it then. That's cool. I wonder if you do this with the other classes, if you end up having to fight as each of them individually. Like if you're a tank, you end up taking over Silva. Although I thought Artbert was the warrior, so he would be the tank. Healed a little bit here. Heal Brenda Ray. Everybody for a bit. Concentrate on Silva. Doom on me. There we go. Fight's not that interesting as the healer. I'm aware. There we go. Everyone all right? Oh yeah. All's well. Now let's get what we came for. The lost restorative magic of Ranka. And there we go. That's gotta be why Sophrosine can do so much healing. Can you sense the power in it? Yes, there can be no mistake, Silva. This is it, and my only path is forward. Wise Guardian, in the name of the Royal House of Ranka, I implore you, grant me your knowledge. Lamet! I did it! The spell is mine at long last! I can save my sister! And you will. We'll meet up with Brandon and Nilebert, and then we'll see you home. Hey, oh she of inferior beardliness, egg face, hob daughter, get it together for stone's sake. Seeing into the past is a nice trick and all, but could you maybe, oh I don't know, wait until we're not in mortal peril next time? Driving Sophrosine away without pulverizing you in the bargain was no mean feat. If I weren't, well, me, we'd both be dead right about now. I hope you learned something worth the trouble at least. So, Lamit was after a spell from old Ranka. That could be the secret of Sophrosine's power, but it's hard to know for sure. Whatever Lamit did to pry those secrets out of the runes was right complicated by the sound of it, and she took the power with her. We need to think on how we can confirm what you saw. Maybe find out what that magic actually does. Yes, over a nice mug of ale. No, mead. No, ale first, then mead. Single track mind there, Gia. Alright. Run back here, and then go talk to Giat back at the Crystarium. Just want to turn in this other quest so we can hopefully level up a little bit faster. Still think it's a little silly that he was allowed into this part of the woods. We had to find like some secret Runkin code word. Alright. Got that. Back to the Crystarium. Where we'll talk to Giat. This way. Up this way. And we talk to Giat.
Nothing goes down so well after a fight than ale. Ain't no higher truth in this world than that. Don't give me those, oh, there goes Giat, waxing philosophical about the ale again eyes. I'm doing this for your own good. It's plain that you never had a proper education. It's like this. You pick the right booze for the right job. You've got your ale for before and after physical fights, of course. But you've also got mead for reading, wine for singing, and your hard liquor for those times when you need to tell some Hobson to go stick his head in the forge. Me? I'll be switching to mead. I'm thinking I might find something about what happened to Lamette's sister if I look through my village's old annals. And hopefully, I can get my hands on some historical records of Ranka. More and be damned. I don't know what you'll be getting yourself into while I'm at it, but you make sure to bring the right drink for the job. I'll let you know when I've got something worth pursuing.
Oh, we can't even finish Giat. Alright. Well, that did not get us the experience we need. So, let's run a leveling dungeon. That'll get us a nice, healthy chunk of experience. And hopefully it'll be one of the dungeons that we found more recently. Oh, nah, this one's okay. There we go. Alright. Got a gunblade. Oh boy. Get much as a low-level healer. So Fairy power. Well, the good news is this will probably go pretty quick. I keep critting on my shield heals, so the tank keeps getting catalyzed as well as galvanized. This one, it's another Heavensward dungeon, and we end up fighting some dragons, which is what we did a lot of in Heavensward. But first, we fight a Mastodon, also known as an Polypod. I'm just realizing, and apparently I forgot to summon my fairy when I got in here. Thankfully, the tank told me before it became a problem. Tank, and then off we run again. We're not going to get too much XP from fighting the critters here, but we will be getting some major XP once we complete the dungeon. They're a little too far away from me. Almost lost them there. these crazy mob pools go by pretty quick. Give myself some MP back, running a little low there. Alright, this fight is interesting because he'll resummon these dead guys over and over again throughout the fight. I'm only just now realizing that we can have so much AoE, except we have 2 bards on the team. It's kind of funny when the DPS are the same class. And we'll also occasionally section off part of the stage so that we can't fight over it. I have a feeling all of us are here to just get that bonus XP from running the daily leveling dungeon bit. None of us are too concerned about losing to this guy. Yeah. I'll take the stuff. It's not super helpful, but it does give me, they call them company seals when you turn them in. And those can be used to get some glamours and some other goodies. But in the long run, not too bad. This section here is trying to run from alcove to alcove, because the outside hurts. We have to kill those hailstorm sprites to increase the temperature in order to melt the ice blocking the doors. Back when the dungeons were dropped, this next part is super harrowing because you get stuck outside part of it while you're running to try and get to the next doorway. Yeah. Goal back then was take out the sprites as fast as possible so that we stop taking the frostbite damage. But now, tanks just grab everything along the way and just try to take out everything in one fell swoop. Do you think there's any special treasure here? What? Let's check just to be sure. And by special treasure, I mean like a mount or something. You know, the important stuff. Mounts and minions. And this guy's kind of fun. You have to duck behind some of the debris when he goes super crazy. And then the debris will take the damage for you. This is the thing. Just this bit, and then hide behind the stone so you don't get sucked into the whirlwind. And just wait until the whirlwind's gone. Then he breaks the old one. All of them, or just some? I can't remember. All of them. And we'll drop down some more. Back when this first came out, here's the fight. Nowadays, it's kind of boring. There's no real chance to be using this fight. We're almost done here. The fact that we're not having to help somebody level up means that we cut through this really quick. And I just leveled up to 78. So like I said, I'll take all the stuff. I don't mind. Getting the, what did I call them earlier? Seals. Getting the seals are really important. Alright. Since we're here by Giat, however we want to pronounce it, let's do his mission first, and then we'll go back and do the main story. Oh, never mind. We gotta go complete more of the main story first. So let's go do that. And that list of places is getting longer and longer. Alright, I need to go over here. There it is, Alphanon. The ladder is situated to the north and west of Right. Let us make our way there, Lily. I guess I can just teleport to Right then. Scroll down the huge menu. Teleport to Right. And we haven't ridden them out yet, so let's go ahead and do that. I don't know if I've shown this off or not before, but I just love how indignant you look while being carried by this hand. Arms just sort of drooped at your sides. Oh, should probably pay attention to where I'm going. I'm just going to ignore that guy. Ah. Yeah, I'm guessing this is the ladder. That makes sense. Ooh, these guys look fancier than the one that we helped repair. Lilin, dost thou see yonder pair of Talos? For a blessing, they were found to be in good repair. Master Chai prepareth to activate them as we speak. With our arcane knowledge, Ishtola and I will serve as his assistants. At the appointed hour, we shall imbue the golems with aether. Others, meanwhile, attend to the ladder itself, which hath too long lain neglected. Extensive maintenance will be needed ere it can move again, as well as myriad materials with which to perform it. If thou art willing, we would prevail upon thee to procure lumber. My thanks, Lilith. Directly to the south thou wilt find a dry dock, Vendment Yards. Pray, see if thou canst persuade the folk there to part with some lumber for our cause. Alright. Looks like I'm going straight that way. Why run when somebody else can run in style for us? Plus, we get to listen to the tuba. Did Final Fantasy 14 do a near crossover? So the way some of these Talos are posed, it would seem fitting. Ho there, sinner! Haven't seen you around here before. New to Gate Town, I take it? If you need lumber for a shack, you've come to the right place. We can do the building for you too, though that'll cost extra. You want lumber to restore the ladder? Why in the world would anyone want to do that? If you don't have the coin, the least you could do is come up with a believable excuse. But look, I'm not one to turn folk away. I'll give you your lumber if you do me a favor in return. I just finished taking stock of our supply and was about to do another round for good measure. I want you to do the counting instead, and we'll see if your total matches mine. Now, some of the lumber's lying around the yard, but most of it is kept in the storehouse. For these, you can just ask Grithel for the number. Here, I'll lend you some writing materials so you can take notes. Okay, so we just run around and interact with things. Hey, taking stock for Ifrit, are you? Well, last I counted, we had 68 planks in the storehouse here. 9 of those were rotted through, though, so we tossed them out. Oi, Grithel! Another load's just arrived. 13 planks all told, but one's damaged. It's only good for kindling now. Right then, bring the good ones here and be sure to let Irvith know as well. I completely lost count. So, how many planks does that make that now? You're writing down those numbers anyway, right? I'm sure you can work it out. Oh, good. Okay. That's one. I saw one thing up there. Oh, let's go run up there and do that. And then there's another one down that way. Got 24 planks in the stack. Out of curiosity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Alright. They actually made it so that there were 24 in that stack. Gotta respect that sort of detail. Let me count this one. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hey! Talk to this guy. Oh, crud. So it's 11 plus 24 is 35. Plus the 55. Plus the 12. 126. Ah. Alright, 106. Alright, great. Sorry for clicking through. I didn't care what he had to say. Cool. I don't have to deliver the wood, I just have to go count the wood. Alright, back on our mount. It's got flames to make it go faster. Yeah, the filler quests always kind of annoy me. Okay, yeah, Nier did do a collab with 14. Ah, thou art returned. Wert thou able to procure the lumber? Well, well, to secure not only the material, but the eager cooperation of the shipwrights besides. Their expertise shall greatly avail our efforts. Master Chai's own efforts have not been without struggle, but he hath proven himself to be a determined soul. I doubt not but that the work shall be complete ere long, and we may continue on our way once more. Though it hath been years in the making, at long last do the people stand united in defiance of the world's fate, their hopes spurring us ever onward towards journey's end. Whatsoever may await us, when thou takest those final steps, I pray that it shall be with a smile upon thy face. Ah, but prematurely did I give myself to sentimental musings. Many more pressing concerns demand our attention, not the least of which is the matter of how we might reach the mountain, detached from the land as it is. For the present, 'twould appear we have matters here well in hand. Perhaps thou shouldst take thine ease for a time. Thou wilt need every ounce of thy strength for the trials ahead. Okay, we seriously come over here to wait for the work to be finished. Probably going to be a cutscene. Seeing as how WK here is doing the same thing we are. Hopefully they talk for me. Sounds like that's going to be the case.
Would you look at that? The citizens of Yulemore engaging in what can only be described as manual labor. Who would have thought it possible?
As annoying as this guy is, I do like what they've done with his character for this expansion. I know I've mentioned that several times before.
Do you know the most reliable way to deal with those who stubbornly refuse to see reason? You conquer them, crush them under heel. Such was the trusted method of Alec, and one still favored by Garlemald. But conquest is the easy part. The true challenge begins once the dust has settled, quenching the glowing embers of animosity and maintaining a semblance of peace. This requires the conqueror to treat the conquered with dignity, and the conquered to let bygones be bygones, a difficult feat to achieve. But you have achieved just that, to my considerable surprise. It's a compliment. Take it. The vibrant energy that fills the air when like-minded souls gather. To think back on that time before time, fair brings a tear to the eye. What? You thought ancient beings like us incapable of crying? Well, rest assured that if your heart can be broken, then so can mine. Back when the world was whole, we had family, friends, loves. Men knew peace and contentment, and with our adamant souls, we could live for an age. There was no conflict born of want or disparity. Our differences paled into insignificance next to all we had in common. And then there was Amarok. Never was a city more magnificent. From the humblest streets to the highest spires, she fairly gleamed. Not that you would remember any of this.
Oh, that's right. We are... He considers everybody just a shard of...
Never mind.
Somebody who
The
used to
point
live
is,
there.
the world of old was a far better place than what we have now. I believe you would like it, having witnessed the things you have. Remember, you are of the Source. Unlike the half-men here, you stand only to gain. Should you survive the remaining calamities, you will become our equal, a complete existence in a complete world. But such talk is a pleasure for later. Back to work, hero.
Still don't know what he's getting at by letting us
There was one thing I had
foil
meant
his
to ask.
calamity.
How well do you know the Exile? Has he ever deigned to show you what hides beneath the cowl?
I do want to know who's beneath the cowl.
What? Never? Even to you? How very interesting. I shall enjoy working out what it means. Until next time.
I never doubted you for a moment.
It's alive. I don't know if you remember, but when we first met in this world, I was all but spent.
It was only like a few days
I never
ago.
thought to wonder why until now. I think it all just got to be too much. The guilt of causing the flood. Knowing everyone hated me. But the worst thing was the solitude. Time wears you down, aye. Solitude eats away at you. It was this close to finishing me off. But as bad as it got, and as empty as I felt, I can't even begin to imagine what it must be like for Emmett's self.
Definitely blamed
All
it.
of which is a long way of saying, don't make a choice that leaves you alone. Nothing is worth that. Especially not eternity.
Only making him feel sympathy for the devil with this arc.
Glad tidings, my friend. The ladder lives again.
The three of us have been invited to do the honors. Are you up for it? Of course, if you're worried that the whole thing might come crashing
Oh,
down,
God.
we can always find someone else.
Yes, threaten to slap her.
That's the spirit. Come on then.
We rode the ladder too, my comrades and I. Once upon a time. Watched the horizon grow, and the town shrink below us. Bored and terrified in equal measure. We ascended without a word, the silence broken only by the rhythm of the gears. No one but me remembers that day.
I like that guy thought we were beckoning him.
Remembers our journey.
It's a nice little
and our
touch.
end. Retread the path. Seek, and you may yet find.
Alright, another crystal up here. So that'll be nice. Awesome music up here too. And here we are, finally. Let's try that again. And here we finally are, at top rung. The others should arrive ere long. Alphinaud, Lilin, come up here. Oh, Alizé. Alphinaud, Lilin, come up here. There's something I need you to see. What could this be about? Up we climb. How high up? I think all the way. Well, maybe not, but here's a viewpoint. So let's get that. Give us a little bit of experience. I not go the right way? Okay. There's a village, Lily. Over to the northeast. So there is. Yet after 2 decades without the latter in operation, I would not be surprised if such an isolated settlement had long since been abandoned. Nor I. But that was before I spied someone leave it and proceed to head in our direction, all the while trying to remain unseen. Whoever this mysterious person is, it should still be out there. Go on and take a look, Lily. Alright. Time to play I Spy. Want to give me like a better hint? Can't go that way. Oh, there he is. You have located the mysterious person. However, it seems he has likewise spotted you and hurriedly turns back towards the village. There's someone, right? And they were spying on us? Personally, I don't feel comfortable not knowing who they are. What do you say we investigate? I'm curious too, I must admit, and I dare say we have a bit of time ere the others ascend. It's settled then. Let's head to the village and see if it's indeed inhabited. Alright. Let's hop down. Where are we headed? Where are we headed? Let's not go for much investigate. I can't tell if we need to go to Tomra. Okay, we need to go to Amity. Alright. We'll do that in just a minute, actually. I'm going to take a quick break, stretch, get some water. See you all in a few moments. And we'll go check out the village. Alright. all stretched, re-watered. Let's get going. Why waste time? Let's hop on a mount. Scree! I love the name of this area. It's great. More Taloses to fight. We're just gonna move along straight to the village. Investigate the door. You hear faint sounds from inside the building. However, the door refuses to budge. Ooh, dried victuals. Food has been hung out to dry in the sun, and quite recently by your reckoning. Sorry, the reason I started looking around is it got darker suddenly, and I'm in an area where I haven't brought the dark back, so I was very confused. Alright, where is the last thing? I think WK is also looking for the last thing. There we go. The fire there. Let me help her out too. The cups are half empty, or half full, depending on how you see such things. Behind the counter, a kettle bubbles steadily over the stove. And something is taking a bunch of damage over there. I think that's part of the fate that's back that way. What news, Lillian? Were you able to find anything of note? Well, people are definitely still living here. Indeed. While there's no one to be seen, 'tis plain that this village is anything but abandoned. If the villagers are trying to conceal themselves, they are doing a rather poor job of it. But if they don't wish to be seen, what are we to do? I say, aren't you the ones who saved my life? I don't recognize this guy. Do any of you? Oh, it's the artist, okay. You're Tristal. You're Tristal, the artist from Yulmore. You remembered! Ever since we parted ways, I've worried for you. Bound for the city as you were. Never did I imagine that we would meet again, and here of all places. We could say the very same thing to you, my friend. I'm glad to see you hale and whole, but tell me, what is this village? This is Amity, a settlement made up of those who survived being exiled from Yulmore. As I wandered the wilds, I chanced to cross paths with an inhabitant of these parts. He took me through a secret tunnel which led to the top of the bright cliff. I've been here ever since. Life is hard, but we know a semblance of peace. Well, we did at any rate, until Mount Golg broke away from the earth. Then just as suddenly the ladder started moving again. And you feared whoever was coming up would threaten your lives. Aye, but I see now there's no cause for concern. Will you tell me what has brought you here? Oh, excuse me. So, Fothry is a sin eater and he fled to Golg? 'Tis a strange tale, but I have no reason to doubt your words. I owe you my life. If there is anything I can do to help, you need but say the word. Your help would be most welcome, Tristel. To begin with, we request your people's permission to reconnoiter the area. If we are to confront Fothry, we must find a way to reach Mount Golg. Of course, you hardly need our permission to be here. I will tell the others about you and yours. Now, we haven't much to offer in the way of hospitality, but our village is at your disposal. Please use it as you see fit in your quest. Damn. Alright. One more quest done. I was thinking that they'd finish this up before level 80, and then we'd head back to the source for level 79 to 80, but it's kind of looking like, oh, that is really cool. It's kind of looking like that's level 80 content up there. Whatever else we do back on the source will be part of the endgame content. We'll get a high mithril weapon. Yet another hapless soul that Alphinaud saved from mortal danger, I see. Some things never change. At any rate, it seems that brother has a mind to linger. Meanwhile, I have a mind for us to explore. Lily and I are going to scout out the area. We'll be back in a while. Oh, very well then. Just take care out there. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this fate here. Summon. Play-Doh. Yeah, 9 minutes. We should be able to keep these guys out in that amount of time. Got to make sure we keep them away from the chest. There's nothing to worry about. Since we're gonna be aiming to have to level up to 79 and 80 after that, and a fate here and there is not a bad thing. I do like that the hobgoblins have Goblin Punch, the classic Final Fantasy ability of goblins. Definitely gonna beat this one. Too late for that. Alright. About halfway there. Oh, I'm completely out of... Yeah, that's explains why I'm not doing anything. Dodge out of the way of attacks here. Get any of the aggro from these Talos, it'll be great. This one and this one will be the last two I have to take out. Just in case, get that guy. Yeah, there we go. Experience points. Let's go find where Alice ran off to. I like this guy. It's one of the older ones, but really cool looking. Those little tendril mustache things. The path diverges. Let's split up so we can cover more ground. I'll go east if you would be so kind as to head west. We can aim to meet at the foot of the mountain, taking note of what we see along the way. In a short while, then. Alright. If we go this way. I'm not gonna bother to mount because hopefully we're gonna be doing something right there. Oh, that's cool. Man, that is a really cool effect. Fight some strangers, it looks like. The little stories just haven't forgotten to do that. Looking in the face. Turn this way for some reason. Since the fates just tend to be go here and kill a bunch of stuff, I'm gonna avoid them for the most part, but if I run into it before the time gets too low, I'll go check it out. Oh, looks like they're their own thing. Also, what is energy? Venerate is sexual indulgence. Okay. Explains why it looks like a succubus. Alright. We're going right next to it. Space monsters do that sort of thing. Alright, I can take on two at a time. Don't attack that guy. This one, please. Thank you. Look at these guys. They just provide extra XP, which is fantastic. Don't aggro me, quick pay. I heard that. That's bad. Maiden's almost dead. Couple more of these. For the house. Probably 3 more of these guys. All it's gonna take. Maybe just these 2. Haven't really been paying attention to how much it fills out, and I kill one of them. This has got to be the last one, right? Yeah, there we go. Alright, another 500,000. Ish. Hop in my car. They play tested the car very well. I don't think it's supposed to drive like this.
You're a sight for sore eyes. I don't know about you, but I bumped into quite a few sin eaters out there.
I mean, 4. Does that count as a few? How many is a few? And then how many is quite a few?
It seems the closer we get to Mount Gulg, the more of them there are. Looks a lot bigger from here, doesn't it? If I were Vorthri, the first thing I'd do is surround myself with as many sin eaters as I could lay my hands on. And judging by the number we've already faced, his lordship is of the same mind. This is going to be a tough climb. But first things first. We need to determine if climbing is even an option. The more I look, the less likely it seems.
We could shoot ourselves out of a cannon.
Stella is right to be worried. But flying may be our only choice after all.
You know, now that we've wasted all that time counting lumber.
There you are. Master Alphino was afeard you had met with some misfortune.
Urianger. And you too, XIV. What brings you here?
I wish to observe the final struggle with my own eyes. I arrived at Bottom Rung too late to accompany you, but I was in time to join Urianger and the others. Come, let us see how this unfolds.
Oh man, we didn't even do a thing to him.
Well, it seems flying is off the table.
If we have learned that much, then the Machina have served their purpose.
Ah, so that's what they were for. Wasteful, but effective.
It would seem our foe will not be reached by land or air. We must needs withdraw
to the
consider
sea,
another
then.
Course. Master Alphino waiteth for us atop Run. Thither should we make our way.
Probably gonna be some teleportation thingy. I like how they offset the map by just putting a gate here. You can't go any further. There is a gate. Alright, since we gotta run all the way back to Top Run, I'm gonna detour first and get Tamra attuned to me. So that when we inevitably have to go to Tamra, I can just teleport there. Oh boy. Yeah, I figured it'd be the Thulls, aka dwarves. Alright. Wait, that's not Giat, is it? Oh man. Alright, run back down to the top rung. See what we have to do there. I'm wondering if they're gonna make me go back to the Crystarium before or after getting to Tamra. He just wants to give a hug. I didn't expect to see the Chais here, though I suppose it's well within their rights. At any rate, it's time to tackle our next little obstacle, finding a way to reach Mount Gold. For this, we need to put all our heads together. First things first, I am currently wielding 409, and I've just been given 415. 395. $385. Cool. Just wanted to make sure I had all of the best equipment. So just put that. Crash. $412. So This gives us armor. Yes, we can get rid of this stupid bag thing. So we were counting.
In short, there's no path, and the sky is thick with Vorthry's winged devils.
We might consider Amaro. But without extensive training, we cannot hope to contend with the Eaters. Yulmor's airship fleet, meanwhile, consists solely of transport vessels ill-suited for battle. And without the expertise of one such as Cid, we are in no position to attempt a refit.
Oh, it's so frustrating! That wretched mountain should jolly well come back down to us!
And that is what we're going to do.
Now, dearest, we mustn't disturb these good people at their work. We've ridden the ladder, seen the sights. It's past time we took our leave.
The lady may well have the right of it.
Told you.
Mount Gulg will not soon come down to Earth, nor can we compel it to do so. But if the mountain will not come to the land, mayhap the land may be made to come to the mountain.
Not what I was thinking we were going to do.
In the form of a Talos. A Talos large enough to reach out and take the volcano in its grasp.
That
To build such a
seems
golem would be an
unwieldy.
onerous undertaking indeed. Yet the principle seemeth sound in itself.
We're going to build Voltron.
Hold a
everybody.
dash. No one has ever made one even half that size. Leaving aside the small matter of logistics, which, by the way, would be no small matter, the design would be unimaginably complex. Though, I suppose, if its only function is to cling to the ruddy mountain, perhaps it needn't be. Solid base, firmly rooted to the ground, sacrifice mobility to simplify the construction, reducing materials required. Wait, what am I thinking? We would still need a veritable army of people to do the work.
Well, it just so happens we
Left
have
to
an
the crew and
army.
help down below, it would take decades, if not a nice round century.
So we need more hands. And what sort of things would these hands be required to do?
Oh, let's see. First, we need people to procure the stone for the chassis. The rock found in the mountain would suit our purposes well enough. It would be a simple task to borrow the stuff, but given the stupendous quantity required, we need all the help we can get.
We have friends amongst the miners of Armoray. I will go and petition their aid.
While you do that, I'll make for Mordsuk. I'm sure I'll be able to drum up some support.
Then I shall return to Calusia. From fishers to carpenters, Yulmor is home to all manner of talented folk. I dare say their skills will avail us.
Is there anything else you need?
Well, yes, actually. Magic. Lots of the stuff, as much as possible. To awaken a Talos of this size would require an entire congregation of mages.
Looks like we're bringing the fairies back.
Many among the Knights Blessed are gifted in the arcane arts. I will recruit them to our cause.
The Fey folk, too, possess surpassing aptitude in magics. Yet they are not wont to cooperate in the endeavors of men. Leastwise, not without making all manner of mischief. That being the case, I would instead call upon the people of the Crystarium, with thy permission.
Dang it, wrong twice in a row.
We are at your disposal, as are our Amaro and Chocobos.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me you can call on not only the people of Yulmore and the Crystarium, but the Knights Blessed and the Maud, and even those miners? But that's just about everyone in Ballynorvrand. Who are you people? And how did you come to have so many friends?
I like adventurers of no import. No one fits us.
No import? You expect me to believe that after you just promised me the help of the better part of the world?
So, as you can see, you will not want for bodies. I trust you will have your design ready in good time for their arrival. Norvrant is counting on you, heir to Daedalus Stoneworks.
Still trying to figure out who the Exarch is.
We'll be back as soon as we can, and we'll bring the whole world with us.
I'm wondering if it's somebody we know.
I take it we will be assisting Master Chai, though I am quite sure he has everything under control.
Have the design ready, she says. In good time, she says. Does she even understand what's involved? Before I can even attempt to design anything, I need intimate knowledge of the land, the knowledge of locals. Last I heard, no one lives here. Oh, en contraire. What? A village of Yulmorian exiles? But those people have every reason to loathe a free citizen like me. Could it possibly be willing to cooperate? Well, this will never work. Never! Never should have fixed that ruddy lift. Never should have ridden it up here. Never should have. Never should have. Oh, dear darling appears to have lost the plot. But he has it in him, Lily. He's the cleverest man I know. He just wants for confidence sometimes. If you were to give him some words of encouragement, I'm sure he can give you your talents. A bit of advice I learned from his mother. He responds poorly to obvious praise. You'll need to find another way to stoke the fires of his motivation. Awaken his sense of daring. Choose words that will best encourage Chai. In order to succeed, you must lift his spirit sufficiently during the conversation. Oh dear God, it's a friggin' conversation puzzle. Okay. I can't do it. No one can. A Talos of that size? No one. Oh, freak. Okay. I guess it's just gonna go at its own speed. Yeah. He did. But he's such a capable lad, brimming with confidence. I suppose even the most capable among us have struggles to overcome. But regardless of my own feelings, I can't do a damn thing without help from those villagers, and they're not bally likely to give it. Tristle's among them. You said so yourself. Lest you've forgotten, we essentially sent him to his death. Even if the others don't bear a personal grudge, he would never forgive us. One or three. What's this one? I know. Unless we take the first step, there can never be reconciliation. This is a chance for everyone to come together. Even if they hurled stones at me, perhaps it's worth trying to apologize. But what then? In the end, it's not even a question of forgiveness. Building such an enormous Talos is impossible, and no amount of contrition will change that. And even if by some miracle the people of Amity were willing to let bygones be bygones, they'd think that the plan is absurd. I think it's absurd. Jeez, let's come to Yulmore. It's definitely not that one. I'll do this. Well, I can't argue with that logic. Enormous as the task is, it's simply a matter of finding a solution to a practical problem. From that perspective, it's not entirely unrealistic. But realistic or no, there's no guarantee of success. There are risks to consider should the venture fail. Imagine for a moment that we fail to reach Bothri and only succeed in provoking him. In his fury, he may well unleash his hordes of eaters and will meet a horrible end. It's not going to be that one, I don't think. Let's go with... No. I've thought of that, I assure you, but I'm afraid Talos cannot contend with Sin Eaters. If they could, I would never have come to Yulmore. Nonetheless, I appreciate your earnest attempt to find a solution. It makes me wonder, what is it that drives you? Tell me, why did you throw yourself in the midst of such a grueling struggle? I mean, honestly, adventure? Such a strange word coming from my lips. I used to have a sense of adventure too, strove to challenge myself. Whenever did I lose it? It's the weirdest dating sim ever. That's not true. Hatoful boyfriend is still out there. Yes, yes. By the gods, I can do this. I just need to have a little faith in myself. Right. Let's head to Amity and speak with the villagers. With Tristal. My love, things are liable to become more dangerous. I want you to wait for me back in Yulmore. No. Wherever you go, I'm going too. Besides, you're not the only one who has to apologize. But there's no telling what may happen out here. I don't know if I can keep you safe. But perhaps this is a bad idea after all. I don't think I have what it takes. Master Chai, that you are beset with doubt is proof that you can envision the task ahead. And that which man can envision, he can make reality. Thus did some old friends of mine once say. Even should it be a feat fit for the divine, if something has been done before, then it most assuredly can be done again by your own hands. That's a little idealistic, don't you think? Perhaps, Master Chai, perhaps. But what is man if not an idealistic creature? 'Tis not an easy thing to achieve one's dreams. My friends can attest to that. Countless times did they meet their frustration in the course of their endeavors. None would have found fault with them had they given up, yet they never did. One step after the next they forged on towards their goals. And for their determination, they accomplished numerous feats that many believed lay beyond the reach of mankind. Like them, you are a man of science. Amidst your doubts, surely there is a spark of desire, the desire to make the impossible possible. Excuse me. Come, darling, like the old days. I would be the first to see your Talos. If you know what she means. And you shall be, my dear. I would have none other at my side when my greatest masterpiece awakens. Right then, to Amity! I'm glad my words struck a chord. Shall we? Alright. My current working theory is that the XIV is a member of Cid's group from the source. But I don't know who. I don't know if we know them. And I'm not 100% sure that it's just some random character that they'll say came from the source from sometime in the future. All these little jagged bits that keep getting in our way. Please let them voice it. Nope. I'm gonna have to voice it. You? You have every right to be angry with us, but please listen to what I have to say. I am tasked with delivering these people to Mount Golg by means of a Talos of heretofore unseen proportions. However, I cannot do this without the cooperation of those with intimate knowledge of this land. That is, you and your fellow villagers. Cooperation? After you ignored my desperate pleas and cast me out? You have the gall to come here and ask for my cooperation? You've every right to be upset. Bothry's not the one to blame for your suffering. We are. We were free citizens without a care in the world, indifferent to the hardship of others. We didn't know what would become of you, and frankly, we didn't care. But we know now that what we did to you, to fool many, was wrong. Terribly wrong. No words will suffice to make amends, but I want you to know that we are deeply sorry. I'm not sure how I feel. Should I forgive you? Hate you? Perhaps it's not even my place to judge. After all, I sought a place in your city. I wanted to be you once. But one thing is clear to me. All of that is in the past, and we mustn't let past wrongs stand in the way of a brighter future. And so, I will cooperate with you. Please, see our friends to Mount Golg. You have my word. I'll set to work on the design at once. Wouldn't it do to have nothing to show the others when they return with help? Make no mistake, this venture is unprecedented in the history of Talos building. Nay, the history of all mankind. But rest assured, this genius of Daedalus Stoneworks will deliver. Alright, we can get rid of this terrible armor. Hopefully whatever we just got looks good. Ah! Wicked White! Oh, I thought we just got attacked. Is there a problem? Well, you see, I've been promised people to procure the stone as well as imbue magic. When I was put on the spot earlier, I thought that was all that we required. But I forgot about one rather important item needed to bring a Talos to life. The heart. And this is where we go talk to the dwarves. That's right, the heart. I'm pleased to see you have some familiarity with Talos. So while I work on the design, I'd be much obliged if you could see to procuring the ore with which to fashion a heart. A heart suitable to bringing to life a Talos that shall embrace the very firmament. Alright, we've got our next quest. But first... $3, 415. Alright, the tassels are a little ridiculous. But the rest of it's kind of cool looking. I like the little, like, shoulder cape thingy. Whatever you'd call that. Now, Crystal knows people who may be able to assist in your search for ore. If you seek material... Hold on, wrong voice. If you seek material for the Talos heart, I know people who may be able to assist. They are the Tholes, a dwarven family that have long mined this land. No one knows its bounty as well as them. If you explain your situation, I'm sure they will be willing to cooperate. Indeed, it was one of them that showed me the secret tunnel to the top of the cliff. If you will find it, you will find the Tholes at their village to the northwest, a place called Tamra. When you arrive, seek an audience with Chief Zamet. And do not forget to greet him with a hearty Lally-ho! Permit me to join you, Lily. I would keep my joints limber, and mayhap I can provide some manner of assistance. I'll leave the heart to you two then. The variety of ore doesn't matter so long as it's rich with aether. I'll aim to have my design complete by your return. These guys are back. I'm just gonna keep going with the story. The fates kind of bore me. Yeah. I'll deal with leveling up if I have to. But for right now, we've got to... Why am I doing this? The whole reason I did the detour earlier was so I could do this. No, there he is, Crystal Exarch. So, this is Tomra. Seldom do we see the dwarven folk at the Crystarium, to now be in the presence of so many. I shall enjoy not having to crane my neck for a change. Lally-ho! I read that last one. What did you just call me? Ah, rousing greeting. You've clearly been practicing. Any road. Now that we've observed common courtesy, who are you, and what are you doing here? At the recommendation of the denizens of Amity, we have come to seek the aid of the Thole family. May we speak with Chief Zamet? Why, yes, you may. I am Zamet, and I bid you welcome to Tamra. If it's the folks of Amity that sent you here, you must have quite a tale to tell. Come, let's hear it.
Well, well. And there I thought those below had no fight left in them. Having said that, it's not like we know how to deal with that floating volcano and all them sin eaters neither. If you're serious about restoring peace to these parts, though, we'll gladly lend you a hand. I am having trouble reading. However, the kind of ore you seek's precious to us too. If I let you have it, only for you to bungle things up and squander it, like no amount of ale will wash away my chagrin. First, I need to make sure you're worthy, by means of a trial. Aye, a trial most tricksty, passed down through the line of Thol.
And what is this trial?
Come with me and I'll tell you all.
It's been a little while since we hit a dungeon. Maybe that? Hold on, let's see. Last dungeon we had was level, oh wow, level 77. Okay, it wasn't that long ago. It was literally last level. Well, since I'm here, let's repair our crap.
Listen well. As you know, we're a mining folk. And in the mining life, danger's a constant companion. So when we come of age, each of us must prove our readiness to take to the mines. This we do by undertaking a trial, what tests the 3 traits of all good miners. Can't do without.
Boy, alright. Let me start this one over.
This we do by undertaking a trial that tests the 3 traits all good miners can't do without. Discernment, diligence, and dexterity. We call it 3D Mine Runner. Now look on my helm. Mark its features well. You'll be given a slingshot, which you must use to shoot dwarves, as wear helms, what are different.
Alright, so we don't want to hit the guy with the feathers.
I've already made the necessary arrangements. When you're ready to take the trial, report to the observer nearby. Best of luck to you.
Alright, so we hit everybody that does not have a Zen helmet. Okay, that shouldn't be too hard, he says before trying. Let's try it out here.
Lally-ho! You must be the challenger the chief mentioned. I'll show you to the rooftop at once. As I'm sure you've been told, in 3D Mine Runner, you will use a slingshot to shoot them as wear the wrong helm. Let's begin with a spot of practice, eh?
Search for the dwarf wearing the wrong type of helm. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Alright. Oops. Alright. How far do we search? Can I shoot the bird? I'm gonna shoot the bird. For all its reaction, the creature may as well be made of stone. It only stares at you unflinchingly. That's actually kind of startling.
I should shoot the Exarch. Ugh, I would thank you not to shoot me.
Oh wow, this is gonna be a pretty extensive area. Alright, so all the way down there. Alright, that's the dwarf we want. Step back out, you jerk. Alright, here comes the actual trial. If they're all that easy to spot, then it shouldn't be too hard.
Aye, that's the way. Next time it's the trial for true. Let me know when you're ready, eh?
Alright, let's do this.
Ready for the trial? Right this way then. This time there'll be them as wear the right helm. You shoot them, you fail. So look carefully before you let the stone fly.
And these sections are so weird. Alright. That's a good one. That one we shoot. Really? We just had to do it once? That was it. Okay. That was a ridiculous amount of time for not that much action.
That was some impressive shooting, lass. Consider me satisfied. Aye, 'tis plain you didn't come this far with luck alone, so I'll place my faith in you and help you find the ore you seek.
New pants. 409, 415. There they are. It looks like we're getting dwarven gear.
Did you know that Colosio is rich in sulfur? Well, it is. We've been mining the stuff since ancient times. And every so often, the self-same things yield what's called Earthseed, a rare ore steeped in magic. Time was we used to refine Earthseed for this and that, but the technique's been lost. The stuff's still out there to be had, though, provided you know where to look. And no place is sure than the Drugar's tool. Problem is, the site's occupied by our age-old rivals, the Gogs. Greedy sods claim the place is theirs and refuse to let any other bugger near. Oh, there was never a more odious lot than them Gogs. I could go on forever about those hornless whoresons, but then we'd be here forever, and that won't get us nowhere. What it boils down to is this. If you want the Earthseed, you've got to deal with the Gogs. Reckon you're up to the challenge?
We've dealt with far worse. I'm sure we can find a way to obtain what we need.
That's the spirit. Now to help you find your way, I'll have one of ours go with you.
I'll do it. I'll go with them.
You, Korat?
Couldn't help overhearing. I knew the Eaters had flocked to Mount Gold, but I didn't know why.
To think the last Light Warden's hiding up there. The fate of Calusia. No! The world hangs in the balance. If I could be of some help, then I want to do my part. Your zeal is commendable, lad, but it's not so simple. This here's Korat. Young as he is, he's one of the village's finest miners. The lad's got an uncanny sense of where to dig, and his aim with a pickaxe is as true as any dwarf's. But put him in the thick of battle and he couldn't hit the side of a minecart if he was sitting in it. If all he needed to do is dig, he'd be your dwarf, but he's liable to become a Sin Eater's breakfast before he can even manage a swing.
It's true. I'm hopeless in a fight.
But I still want to try. Please, please, let me go with you.
I mean, we just defend everybody anyway.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll try my best not to be a burden. If you want to take Korat, far be it from me to stop you. Keep him safe, though, will you?
We will most assuredly encounter Sin Eaters along the way. Though with you in our company, there will be more a spectacle than a concern. Words are hard tonight. It's been a long week.
The Drugar's tool lies in a cave to the east. I'm ready when you are.
Let's do it. Alright. Time for an escort mission. Everybody's favorite. Alright, I'll take care of the one on the left. I'll also help with a little bit. Just so we can move this along a little bit. That didn't kill him, did it? Oh, he went in the chain. Okay, good. I was like, he wasn't there. It may interest you to know that Lilin is a... went too fast. Y'all can read it if you want to. Yeah, text is too fast for me to even read. Even when I'm not doing the voices. Let me target things, please. Oh, there's one behind us. You guys are done talking amongst yourselves. Let's carry on. Ooh, that's a new one, I think. Have we seen hypocrisy before? I think we have. The Exarch's just going to heal himself repeatedly, which is fine. One less thing I have to deal with. There we go. I guess we're just going to keep following to the blue lines, then keep moving forward. There's the cave. I imagine. That must be the god. Oh, shoot. Ran way too far. Piece of cake. right. Alright, XR. Good work. And that was the duty. You are! That is a crap ton of sin eaters. Just as we were about to get there. One last push then, shall we, Lilin? Alright. This should be pretty easy. Stop targeting the little guy. I gotta get out of the way of everything. Come on. Couple one. Pick up this guy. Is that it? Oh, just the one big guy. Of course there is. Party him or no? Why can't I? Sometimes this game. Pick up this guy. The XIV backing at full, so I'm not worried about his health anymore. And I can just smack this guy until it's done. Hey, come on. Ow. Come on. XR can pull some fancy magic out of the park. More than halfway there. Almost there. Alright, probably gonna do some bullshit again. Oh, no, never mind. Some of those tend to feel like a DM trying to show off the cool NPC he made. We're alive! We're alive! Let's hurry inside before any more Sin Eaters come. Keep pressing forward. Right, follow me, please. I'll take you to the Drugar's Tool, where the purest sulfur in the land may be found. Maybe this is a dungeon. It's weird to get them so close together. Yeah, usually it's about every two levels. This is very yellow. Well, makes sense. Oh, this place probably reeks. If the terrain and stench are any indication, we are at the tool. Ah, there! The gods, with their ugly, unkempt beards. If they realize we're here, they'll come after us. Best to take them down first. Be not so hasty, Kurat. The animosity between your two clans notwithstanding, I would not resort to violence unless necessary. I will use an enchantment to render you invisible. It will not fool Sin Eaters, but it will suffice to hide you from the eyes of men. While you are thus concealed, do you think you could find us the Earthseed? Aye, I'll dig up the choicest stuff there is. We would be much obliged. Without further ado then. Ah! I can see straight through me! Right, a diggin' we will go. Let us not be idle either. Though Korat cannot be seen, he may still be heard. I would aid him by removing some gogs from the field. To that end, Dream Powder. As you may recall, we used it for the rescue mission at Laxon Loft. We used it in Guild War 2.
seems our alchemist got a little carried away with the latest batch. But if it has been useful in our endeavors, then I have no cause to complain. Now then, I shall make you invisible as well, that you might steal close to the dwarves and give them a dose of dream powder. Even should it fail to put them to sleep outright, it should render them drowsy enough to seek their beds. Say the word and I will cast the enchantment. The word. Ready to begin? Very good. Should the enchantment fade before you finish tending to all the dwarves, return to me and I will cast it anew. Another one of those ones where we gotta do it in X amount of time. Shouldn't be too hard though. One down, 2 to go? Yeah, 2 to go. I can't tell if we're casting it or not. There we go. It would help if I hit the right button. Alright. One last one. Alright. All the dwarves have taken their leave. Good work, my friend. We have done all that we can. Let us await Korath's return. I'm back! This is the purest stuff there is. Think it's enough, or shall I go and dig up some more? I dare say it will suffice for our purposes. You have our gratitude, Korath. Let us carry this back to... Are you alright? Worry not, I shall be fine. Long as I have been away from the Crystarium, a little weakness is to be expected. I may have also overexerted myself in the moment. Ah, to have this rare opportunity, yet be able to enjoy it in full. Who goes there? Oh, that's Glag, Chief of the Gogs. You're one of the Tholes. I see. Word was our miners were coming back drowsy, one after the next. I immediately suspected foul play. And what should I find here but Thole scum skulking about? It's a spineless act befitting you limp beards. What? I won't stand for that insult. Our beards are soft and luscious and smell like freshly tapped ale. Gog beards are dry and crusty and smell like a knocker's arse. Impotent whelp. Better a hobgoblin's nose hairs than the feeble, floppy things you Tholes have hanging from your faces. Like oil and water, this is not like to end of its own accord. Lillian, do you perchance have some dream powder left? I mean, it was beginning to get interesting. Worry not, my friend. Something tells me you'll have ample opportunity later to witness their bickering. For now, however, we should be on our way. What the swiveling? Forgive me, Korat, but we need you to be calm as well. Oh, I'm sorry, it's just, when it comes to the gods, I can't help but see red. You needn't apologize, my friend. You are here on our account, and we have naught but gratitude for you. Now that we have what we came for, however, it is time to take our leave. The Talos awaits its heart. Alright. Flex arc. Let's head back. Well, my friends, much as I have enjoyed our time together, I think it's best we split up, that we might accomplish our task more swiftly. I shall see the Earthseed safely to the hands of Chainos. While I am thus employed, would you be so good as to deliver Korra back to Tomno? Reading is hard, folks. My thanks, Leland. Brief though it was, 'twas an honor to go adventuring with you. I shall see you back in Amity. Alright, at least we don't have to do another escort mission. And we can just take our speeder back. I'm actually going to take the time to run back. There's a section of map here that I'd like to get the credit for. That we passed through during the duty there. What I'll probably do is once the map gets revealed, I'll just teleport back then. Shouldn't have to go too far. It's just right across the bridge. That will probably show the rest of it. Yeah, perfect. Spend the 200 gold and fly back. And then talk to Zet. Lally-ho! Glad you're back, and in one piece. How did you fare with the RC then? I got them all they needed. The Exarch's on his way to Amity with it now. Good to hear that young Korat was of help. As it happens, a few others came forward while you were gone, saying they wanted to do their bit as well. Given that you're building at Talos, we reckoned you'd be needing some mining tools, so we went and modified our spare pickaxes for use by bigger folk. Here, take these with you. Should be plenty to go around. From what our scouts tell me, there's a crowd gathered at Top Run already. Go and see that everyone has a pickaxe to swing, eh? Alright. Back on our mount. Head straight back to Top Run. I think I'll just turn this way. Yeah. Just gotta get around this big rock. And it's a straight shot. Nearly there. Not getting much in terms of experience since we hit level 78. Hoping it doesn't slow us down too much to get to the next section of the main story. But worst case scenario, if we hit the wall, I'll probably call it a night there and I'll level up off screen. I won't do Giat until Monday when we do some more of this. Look, Lillian, people from all over have come to help us quarry stone. And this isn't even all of them.
As we speak, the volunteers Thancred and Ryan recruited are being escorted to the worksite. And by both Crystarium and Yomoran soldiers, no less. So as you can see, we have plenty of hands. There's just one problem. We don't have enough tools to put in them. We've been desperately trying to round up more, but we haven't had much luck so far. And here are the pickaxes. Pickaxes from the dwarves? Trust you to have exactly what we need, exactly when we need it. Well, what are you waiting for? Go and hand them out to everyone so they can get to work. Of course, we gotta hand them out. I'm not gonna read all of these guys, since I'm literally just giving them the pickaxe and moving on. But they're gonna give a cutscene for every one of them. These are the Yomorans. She looked like she just took a dump. And this is the folks that rebuilt the ladder. Alright, hopefully I'm not reading it too fast for you. But I just don't have the energy to do all these voices. There's just too many. Oh yeah, and they're gonna... They would make us do it for everybody. Yeah, that looks like it's gonna be a little cutscene for every one of them. I know who this guy is. I don't know who that is, though. I think that guy's in the wrong game. Should be in Train Simulator. I have no idea who that is. Was she in their little town? And I just never talked to them because we didn't level up there. Oh, Ron. Okay. That would explain why her name is Determined Caregiver. It's good to hear that all the folks are still alive at the end. got to see everybody again. My thanks, Lily. With that, everyone is now equipped to work. I think I'll go and join the soldiers standing guard over the volunteers. It would be a shame if they fell prey to the Sin Eaters after all the trouble we've gone to. Right. Right. Let us see that this plan is a resounding success for the sake of all in Nordrhein. Well, my friend, it appears we are the only ones left here. If you've no other pressing task, would you care to accompany me to Amity? There is Shulta's overseeing those who will imbue the Talos with magics. Come, let us join them at once. Alright, off we run. It's so close, it doesn't really make sense to hop on a chocobo. Might encourage that guy to try and give us a hug. Yep, here he comes. Alright, we can move fast enough that it's not a bother. Alright, looks like this is going to be a talkie, so we don't have to do the talking. I was wrong. Ah, good of you to join us. I'm pleased to say we have gathered ample help for the imbuing. With Master Chai in the process of finalizing his design, I have taken the liberty of dispatching all hands to their positions. You hurtle along as though I have my house in order. But quite frankly, this is the most disorganized mess of a project I've ever overseen. I haven't spent nearly as much time as I would like on my calculations. So thou hast proclaimed, loudly and frequently, Master Chai. Yet from my perspective, a layman's though it may be, haste notwithstanding, thou hast gone to great lengths, abiding by proven methodology, to ensure the integrity of thy design. Aye, well, that's just the bare minimum that's expected of us at the Stoneworks. Though our glory days are behind us, I've not forgotten our time-honored traditions. But I should mention that the Exarch delivered the ore I asked. Earthseed, I believed he called it. In that quantity, I believe we can fashion a suitable heart for the Talos. And then everything will be in readiness. Or so I would like to say. Is there a problem? In a Talos of, well, any reasonable size, a single heart will serve to circulate aether throughout the chassis. Chassis. But given the unprecedented proportions of that which we seek to build, I doubt that will be the case. By installing smaller peripheral hearts at intervals, I believe that we can maintain a stable aether flow, thereby resolving the problem. However, we don't have enough ore for this purpose. Not for it, but to procure more, I suppose. Runar, yep, now is a good time to bring them out. A moment, friends. There is something I would show you. I say, are these not heartstones? They are. They are! The most prized possession of we of the Knights Blessed, and these belong to our kindred who have left us. Immersed in water imbued with fervent prayer, these stones harbor no small amount of magic. And we may imbue them with yet more prior to their installation on the Talos. What think you?
Being from a different region, these cannot be used for the main hunt. The peripheral ones, on the other hand, I believe they will serve. Excellent! When Master Matoya spoke to us of the role we are to play, the Heartstones immediately came to mind. Of course, before bringing them with me, I made certain to consult my fellows first. After all, the stones bear the precious lives of those who have gone to the Sunless Sea. But we have not beheld the Sunless Sea with our very own eyes, and by the gentle lights that glimmer on high we know that there is peace beyond. Thus we are also at peace. If our Heartstones may serve to restore night to all the world, gladly do we give them. So, Master Chai, if you could instruct us how to distribute the Heartstones. And Lillian, for good luck, may I ask that you imbue one as well? I mean, won't our Aether just blow it up because of all the Banta blacking we've been doing? Rest assured, it is not difficult. Simply raise your hand and focus as you would when attuning to an Aetherite. Imbue the jade-colored stone here if you would be so kind. Familiar Heartstone. Familiar-looking Heartstone appears to glow faintly. That will do. Thank you, Lily. If this Heartstone appears familiar, it's because it belonged to Todia. It bears the collective hope of the Knights Blessed, the hope that none shall ever again be sacrificed to Sin Eaters. Right, I've identified the spots on the Talos where the stones are needed. See that they're amply imbued, then install them as I've indicated on this diagram. Understood. We shall set about the task at once. When the Talos awakens and the way to Mount Gold is secured, we shall sally forth. It promises to be a trying climb, so take what rest you can in the meantime. We will see you soon. A moment, Oriange. You said that you would have measures ready in the event that our friend fails to contain the light. Do you? Yeah, do you? Be assured that I do. All which I require lieth in this land. I trust Orianche. And I swear to thee, that thy trust is not misplaced. As ardently as I pray for the preservation of this world, so too do I pray for thy safety. So rest easy, my friend, and take such ease as thou mayest, the better to be ready for the trials to come. I'm told the rock for the chassis is more or less ready, all quarried and shaped and laid out. That just leaves the imbuers to do their work. I'll continue checking my calculations up until the very last moment, but it's only a matter of time now. We've managed to rally nigh everyone in Nordbrand for this endeavor. It's a remarkable feat in itself, but will it be enough? Just take the money. God, there's no point worrying about such things now. I'll get back to my calculations. You, meanwhile, should go and rest as your friend suggested. My wife and the Exarch should be in the tavern. Why don't you join them? Oh, and Lillian. Thank you. Wait, the Exarch's not in here.
Oh, the XIV? You went outside a moment ago, my dear. I would have thought you'd have seen him. He kept me company for a short while, but then he came over rather pale. He's clearly been straining himself, the poor thing. Anyway, he excused himself, saying that he needed a breath of fresh air. Weak as he looked, I did offer to go with him, but he assured me he would be fine. I do hope he's all right. Alright, let's go find the XIV. Maybe this is where we finally get to see who he is. Well, I want to get that too. Alright. Alright, that's where I need to go. I'm gonna grab the Aether Current first. Come on. There we go. Grab the Aether Current and find out where the XIV went. The XIV does not appear to be nearby. The XIV does not appear to be anywhere in the vicinity. There is only the Shoebill gazing unflinchingly southward. Well, the Shoebill was with us when we dealing with the dwarves, so I have a feeling that we're getting closer. It's probably on this little cliff top, looking over Yulmore. Oh, collapsed.
The future is where my destiny awaits. Forgive me, I was lost in a dream. I needed some fresh air and thought to rest for a moment. It would seem I am more fatigued than I realized. Too much time away from the tower, I fear. It drains me, leaves my body frail and weak.
Well, then go
Though,
back.
in truth, it is debatable whether I can still call this my body. When first I turned my mind towards the salvation of the world, I came to the conclusion that it would take many long years, many more than remain to me. And so I made myself one with the Crystal Tower, that I might live indefinitely. I am but an extension of it now, hence my weakness the farther I travel, and the longer I am away. It has been quite a journey. But thanks to you, the end is in sight. My wish will finally be fulfilled.
Yeah, but I still want to know who the hell you are.
How goes the construction effort? Then this may be the last moment we have to ourselves for a while. Come, sit with me.
Alright, do we sit on the creepy... Nope, we don't sit on the creepy crystal side.
Tell me, when all of this is over, what will you do?
Princess. Even should we succeed in forestalling the 8th Umbral Calamity, the specter of war will remain. But to declare your intent with such easy resolve, you truly are a hero's hero, my friend. But whatever it is you decide to do, I have every confidence that you will do well. For you have the strength to forge your own path. You will leave countless lives better than you found them, and the souls you touch will never forget your kindness. Then, in trying times, when you question your worth and your choices, they will raise their voices to remind you of the difference you have made. And thus will your deeds come to affirm your path. Remember this. When this is over, indeed. I once told you that there are things we can ill afford to lose. Things, I said. Though in truth, I spoke of a person. One who is unaware of the full extent of my plans. Though she deserves to know, I have good reason to keep my counsel. I have come to terms with this in my mind, yet my heart yearns to lay everything bare. For she is my inspiration, and I would give much and more for the chance to speak with her as friends, with no thought of concealment. Should she indulge me with her tales, I would regale her with my own, about my efforts in Northrend, perhaps. Though, ultimately, that tale is more yours than it is mine. Then, I would ask her about her next adventure. And if she should wish me to be a part of it, oh, how happy it would make me.
Definitely Alphanod.
Together we would travel the lands and cross the seas and take to the skies upon the eternal wind. My heart swells simply to imagine it. But all of this is contingent upon our victory in the coming battle. The people of this world have entrusted their hopes to us. We cannot fail them. Nor those who roused me from my slumber.
I think he's talking about us again.
For your company, my friend. Let us return to Amity.
Longer of a run than I had initially thought. I want to know what that shoebill is all about. And also, does it follow him everywhere when he's not at the Crystarium? When I get back to Amity, I'm going to see if I can see that shoebill near him. Man, we haven't even made it halfway to level 79. Alright. Don't see the bird anywhere. maybe it's not as pertinent as I had assumed. Worry not, my friend. I am much revived for the fresh air. And your fine company, of course. Now then, let us turn our thoughts back to the task at hand. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace in the Source, Fred, hold on. Your Radiance, I've taken the liberty of quashing the vile rumors that your heir is possessed by a devil. With the nation in the grip of war, we may rely on patriotic zeal to prevent them from resurfacing. And what of Emic Selch? He has taken himself to the first to usher that world to its end. Or so I believe. He did not disclose the details of his mission, having ever preferred to work alone. Even to those who have known him since the beginning, his actions can prove unpredictable. I am no stranger to his ways. He joys in playing me for a fool. Full many times have I been convinced I was acting of my own volition, only to discover all was as he willed it. My dear grandfather. On the subject of our esteemed colleague, his last report, though brief, did contain one item of interest. You have doubtless wondered why the scions of the Seventh Dawn have not taken the field of late. It is because they are no longer in the Source. The hero of the Scions has journeyed to the First, as have her comrades, albeit incompletely. Their bodies yet remain here in the Source. This presents an opportunity. If we can defeat the Alliance prior to the Scions' return, we may eliminate their order at a stroke. With the Scions gone, none shall remain to thwart our plans. It will be but a matter of striking down the hero upon her homecoming. Which, let you forget, is essential to the realization of our objective. Of both of our objectives. Though Heidelin's meddling, her champions threaten to wrest the reins of fate from our grasp. The world is at risk of being dragged down the false path, one which we will never see man reclaim his true form. 'Tis unthinkable that he should supplant us. Incomplete as he is, such a devolution is abhorrent, and it must be stopped before it is too late. The hour has come, your Radiance. Order your armies to march once more. Crush all who stand in your way. This is your heart's desire, is it not? To seize a victory that is yours and yours alone, for the future of Garlemald? Oh dear. You do not wear the mummer's motley well. I was never one to take an interest in tedious conflicts. Well, it's not Emmett. I was expecting Emmett. The whereabouts of my one true friend, however, they interest me greatly. I but hope the beasts of this first are providing her proper sport. I would know every detail, Lord Xenos. Would you rather I call you Elidibus? Unexpected. Most unexpected. That immortality should be within the reach of one with a borrowed echo. You have outdone yourself, Xenos Galvis. I have no particular attachment to that name, but I am rather fond of that body. Without it, I can't enjoy my hunt to the fullest. Your secrets or my flesh, I care not which you give me first. The choice is yours. Yep, figured we'd end up hitting a level block here. Alright, I'm actually going to go ahead and call it a night. We'll pick up from here. I will probably spend a little bit of time trying to level up before Monday. But worst case scenario, you might have to watch me level up a little bit before we continue with the main story quest. Anyway, thank you so very much for joining me. I hope to see you on Sunday for some Sunday Fun Day antics. Until then, have a great weekend. Let's see if we can't raid our friend Chaos here. Alright, 10 seconds and we'll go raid her. Go ahead and stop the recording here.